Hello everyone, this is Seraphon playing Knight Saga. Last time we explored part of town. It's a pretty big town, with a lot to see. We'll keep exploring down here, in the southeast corner of the main district. Yeah, that's someone we talked to before. This is a girl that thinks this shop is suspicious. We talked to the old man here. It's the slime Gigi. Gigi is basically like old geezer. He's got a creepy laugh. He's talking about synthesizing slime medicine, or slime potions. Bring him a... This translates to mucus or slime. And for just 10G, he'll create a slime potion. Okay. Here's a person who is thinking. Hey, come yeah, he cannot remember anything he requested of the gods. Okay. It's just someone shopping for meal ingredients. Okay, and here we have a shop. Aisare Yurufua, you say. Beloved... What is Yurufura? Yurui is like medium, Fua is like light and fluffy. So it doesn't really mean anything as such, it's just kind of supposed to give a, friendly, lighthearted kind of feel, I think. Anyway. So we have a shop, they have normal goods, they also have goods for women, so if you look at our normal shop, we have the basic medicine we've seen before. We have a poison curing potion. We have Chiri berry. That cures darkness status, which is your standard can't see accuracy down. Has some kind of anti-electric potion. That cures paralyzed status. We got the reviving flame. There's your revival item, basically the Phoenix down. We've got the warp back to town, and yeah, that is a Molotov. Moderately expensive, but fire damage to an enemy, and if they're weak against fire and you don't have other sources of fire, that can come in handy. And yeah, they're saying those have been hot sours lately, but they are a bit expensive. If we check the for women stuff, we have cool herbs. These will cure that pesky status effect that is otherwise difficult to cure, that is basically a general debuff, and normally you can only cure it, you can cure it with these, you can cure the whole party of it at the recovery slot for 100 gold. You can cure it by staying at an inn, which may also trigger H-Change, which depending on what you want may or may not be a good thing. I'm going to be trying to avoid them, so for me that's a bad thing. Yeah, this also sells the same tough cloth shirt that the armor shop had. Defense +2. These are also defense +2. That's like a ample or like good harvest, I think I've seen it in. So that's breasts and pads. So yeah, basically these are bust enhancers, which give you as much defense as a tough cloth shirt. And we also have ordinary panties, which again you can wear as your inner thing. Yeah, the breast enhancement pads are their top seller. As far as gameplay goes, they have no special effect. I don't think they really do anything special for quad or event either, but they're there. The pub's over here. We have a round-faced man. Oh yeah, he's the guy who talked about Barbara, who used to be a dancer. We've got a bunny girl, because of course we do. The bar is always looking for customers. But, yeah, don't overdrink. On the ground here, we have 10 gold. This bucket has some slime in it. Because the drunk guy barfed into it. That's lovely. Yeah, that guy wants to go drink. Yeah, we've looked around the central part of the town, except for the pub, so let's go in here. I think this is actually where we wanted it to go anyway. Yes, it is. We're getting an event. So we have someone calling out to Stella. It's been a while, Rina. You're looking well as always. But yeah, that was Rino. She is the first character we're recruiting. Yep, this job is good for your body. Good for your body. Good for your physical fitness, basically, I think. Anyway. So she's asking what's up. Stella's asked her to come meet. Doing an adventure thing? Actually, and we're spared the recap. The recap being that rumors of the evil dragon being revived soon, and there's supposed to be these powerful monsters called Incarnation of the Evil Dragon, which we've already heard rumors about one being sighted out in the Snowy Mountains. So Rino gets the picture. Stella's going to be doing the adventure thing until the evil dragon is dealt with. And Rino's saying, oh, I'm a little late on introductions here, but here we have Aoi, who she's looking after. Aoi, this is Stella. She's the personal knight to third Princess Maria, so apparently there are two older princesses. And Rino and Stella go way back. So here's Aoi. She kind of reminds me of Tifa as far as fighting style and figure go. But yeah, she's a relatively new adventure, enthusiastic. Yep, just speaking of adventure, new persons, they've been teaming together for the past month. And she's got talent, apparently. So, saying if Aoi can come along, then she'll come with for until the dragon's beaten. It's like, that would help, but are you sure? She's new. Rino laughs it off, says, no big deal. Anyone who can partner with me isn't just nobody. And they've been kind of tired of just fighting off monsters recently, so something new and interesting. How he's saying, this sounds like maybe it's a little too much, but sure, let's do it. And there you go. So Stella's reassured to have some help. And this evil dragon is kind of a yakai, troublesome pain in the ass. It's not very nice of them to just dump this on you. Things are kind of a mess at the castle too, and we don't even know if this legend's even true, so... Like, what's that? You're saying that the evil dragon might not actually exist? It has been nearly 1,000 years, no one's actually seen it. Well, as far as adventure goes, they don't know about this evil dragon things, but there's something going on. The past decade or so, the monster behavior has been unusual, and even if there isn't an evil dragon as such, if it's not this evil dragon, we're not sure what's causing it. So, monsters type activity has been unusual. Yep, and Rino warns Stella, be careful about monsters. Things have changed since 3 years ago. Everyone in the bar is adventurers, so... Adventurers or adventurer dropouts, basically. Okay, so... Go around and talk to them, confirm the basics, that sort of thing. Aoi seemed a little annoyed, so there's probably something in there I missed. But yeah, so you're saying go to the Snowy Mountains, head to the port town Yukana. Aoi suggests first checking out the area, the fields by the northern village to build up some experience. So yeah, we will be doing that first. So that's basically mid-grade and low-grade adventures. So like basically a newbie and intermediate levels. Anyway, you can go to the northern fields, get some experience, or head straight for the snowy mountain. Other towns and dungeons you get to through the fields. So head out of town, you can go there. So yeah, we now have 3 characters. If I go to the status screen, L and bar buttons will let you cycle through them. So that comes in handy. Rino is basically a rogue type character. You've got knives, you've got a lot of speed. Not that much power, although she does have a fairly strong weapon relative to the others. Aoi is your basic martial artist type. You'll see they all have the same ward stone, so that's your basic defense. They get a little more defense from their equipment. Rino's level 3, Aoi's level 1. Okay, so she could use the soldier's knife. It would give her 2 more attack, but 1 less speed, and I think I will take that trade-off. That's 2 defense Reno only. That's an adventure shirt. She started with a beast knife. 1 attack, 2 speed. Soldier's knife is 3 attack, 1 speed. We've got a bandage. That's 5 attack power, which is kind of a lot. That's exclusive to Aoi. We also have her striped panties, which 1 defense exclusive to her. A lot of people here. If we come over here, first of all, we have this person with the suspicious appearance. We were warned about these in the barracks. They may have dubious jobs. So yeah, there are jobs out there that not everyone wants to take. If you have the chance, want to try one of those, give you some information if you're interested. But I'm going to be avoiding this, so we'll not take that information. And here we have the primary effect of that Depravity score Stella has. We're trying to open these chests here. She says, nah, I shouldn't just open them without asking. So you cannot open chests in people's homes or businesses, these wooden chests, unless your Depravity score is at least 30. It's currently 0, so these are a no-go. But you can grab things out of pots, no trouble. I think this comes up to the roof, yeah. There's nothing much on the roof except these 2 people to talk with. He just likes drinking outside. And he's just drinking. So, not informational in the slightest. Alright, this is saying status effects. You've got poison, where you take damage. You've got paralyze, freeze, and sleep, where you can't act. You've got darkness, which lowers your accuracy. But the most dangerous one to women is the sensual effect. All your stats go down, and that alone is bad enough. But it doesn't get cured after battle. Most status effects do. So, as a fellow woman knight, have this item. Hope it comes in handy. So we get a cool orb, that will cure it. But again, it's single use, so if we want more, then we'll have to either buy them or find them. Be careful of that knight-looking man at the counter. He's just a pervert. Alright, I don't think this is a scene, but just in case. Inaga tarinayo. Not enough inners. Will you give me your inner? Again, that's the innerwear that's often underwear and such things. And no, you can't have it. Like, yeah, you wouldn't normally just give your underwear to some strange man. It's like... But he's saying he'd pay good money for it. Like, in? Recovery? What are you talking about? This isn't that kind of story. If you're wounded, you go to that healing dojo, actually. The healing dojo. That's where you go for things. And the inn, you can do inn things at, but it doesn't give you recovery. use this instead. A medicinal shower. Okay. That sounds like another healing item. Okay, that heals the whole party 50. We got basically an adventure guild person. The monsters have been active lately, so they've got a lot on their plate. Bounty hunter. The bounty hunter thing. So, beat the designated monster, you collect your money here. Yeah, listening to the townspeople's worries is one of the important duties of adventurers. If you want to beat monsters effectively, you should understand elements. So you've got spirit magic, which is fire, ice, earth, and wind. You've got divine magic, which is holy, evil, light, and dark. But humans cannot use evil and dark. Depending on monsters, different ones may be effective to try to find their weak points. Or so I read yesterday. Hey, here's Barbara. We heard her talked about. She used to be a dancer, apparently. There's been a lot of adventurers lately who are short on equipment. If you underestimate monsters, you'll be in for a bad time. Even children should understand that. You got the bar mama. This is where you can change your party lineup. You can have up to 5 people in the party at once. So battle members on top, standby members on the bottom. Obviously, we don't have that many people yet, but there will be quite a few more members joining us along the course of the story. There are items you can use in battle to inflict damage. In particular, nearby there's a lot of monsters weak against fire, so they recommend Molotovs. I'm no good at battle myself, and even I carry some. Here's a sample. A lot of people will just give you stuff early on. That guy's just being noisy. You can save anytime you want inside towns, but in dungeons you can only save at these dragon... I'm not sure what that word is. Give me a minute. Is that Nyaku? Yeah, it's like Vein? Pulse? Pulse of the Dragon? But yeah, you can only save when you're near those things. So they're basically save points. There's a big one of these in towns, so you can save anywhere. Okay. Yeah, it's become common basically you use these ward stones to put a barrier around yourself, basically. So that's their explanation for your protection, and a lot of people not really being dressed for combat. So yeah, thanks to those, you don't need heavy armor and all that stuff. On the flip side, if you're not wearing one of those stones, you'll take twice as much damage. So if you don't want to boost a monster... yeah, if you don't want to boost monsters, don't take them off. Of course, if you do, then... And sometimes you might if you're looking for certain scenes. Yeah, we've been given a Winds Wardstone. So if we check that out. So same stats as the basic one, but notice we have this indicator up here. We have a circle next to winds. That means this will give us extra wind resistance. So I'll put that on for now. And unless otherwise indicated, all wardstones give you the basic resistance, and anything on top of that is just a bonus. So monsters drop items, they're called materials. Some people may need these, or you can sell them at shops, though they're not worth all that much. And here's something a monster drops. Dingo gnome. It's like an apple leaf. Yeah, unlike metals and ores, these can't be used to make equipment, but if there are people who want them, you might want to give them to them. So innerwear and accessories, their resistances are important. You might get status resistance to negate status effects. You might get elemental resistance. If you layer multiple of the same resistance, you'll get additional effects. So that's a good thing to keep in mind. And of course, it also makes sense to have a wide range of resistances. Oh yeah, we're getting a lot of basics of adventuring here. Let's check the equipment shops again with everyone here. But yeah, Rino already has that because we found one in the barracks. I think I will get that for Stella. And yeah, let's get Stella a better shield, give her old shield to Rino. Because Rino can use shields. There you go. Gives her a little extra evasion also. Yeah, I guess maybe these pillars are supposed to be related to that dragon pulse thing that lets you save. Yeah, we still got 2 more sections of town. There's the slums to the west, there's the residential area to the east. Exit of town is down here. Oh, there's a soldier here. Let's talk to her. I think that's her. She's been waiting for Stella. You're a palace soldier. Okay. Princess Maria asked her to help out for this month. So Stella's saying, okay, she must be worried. Alright. We won't be with us long, just until we get to Yukana, but glad to have you. She seems pretty excited to help out. And Mobko has temporarily joined the party. Yeah, this is Japanese, like, not exactly slang. Okay, it's letting us rearrange the party here, but again, we don't have a full party yet. But yeah, mob in Japanese stuff, it's like mob is like a background character. They call them mob characters, so Mobko, Ko would be kind of a generic girl's name ending. This is basically NPC-chan. You'll see her class is a palace soldier, but guest. But she has good defense, although a lot of it is she has a full set of armor. Skills, we've got a... yeah, it's like a throwing thing, so that's... it's a spear tech, a single target, low damage, piercing damage, anti-flying, so I guess that's like hurling a javelin at them. We have Maruho, which is the fire element healing spell. The element doesn't matter so much as that it's that people who get fire magic will tend to get healing spells in addition to offense. So yeah, basically flames of recovery will heal wounds, low healing for one person. Come to think of it, you haven't checked their skills, so... Aoi starts with Chakra. That costs 6 MP and is small healing to everyone, but you'll notice she only starts with 6 MP to begin with, so at level 1, she can use this exactly once. Rino gets Strike Knee, quick movements, okay, so I think she basically just rushes in and knees the enemy. A single target, that's bludgeoning damage. But yeah, next time we'll finish checking out the town. Hopefully we'll get out into the field then, but we do have an actual party now, so that's helpful. Notice Mobko doesn't even have a full image, she's just a face. And plate mail. Why not think of it? Let's check her equipment. Okay, you cannot change her equipment. She has a one-handed spear. which I think is pretty unique. Normally spears are two-handed and you can't use a shield with one. A 4-attack Mobko only. She's got like a iron steel shield. A 3 defense, 5 evade. Pretty sturdy. You have your standard wordstone. We have the hard cloth shirt we've seen in shops, that's 2 defense. And there's a soldier's pouch, basically. That's another 2 defense, and it gives you immunity to freezing and stun. So if we're going to be going through snowy mountains, that sounds like a useful thing to have. But yeah, next time we'll finish exploring the town and maybe get out into the fields, start seeing some action. Until then, this has been Arafon playing Lady Knight Saga, and yeah, it does start a bit slow, but that's not unusual for RPGs.